Hello and welcome again to the Friday Wrap for November 14th. A lot of important things happen around the village, but I'd like to take a first few moments to spotlight our military veterans. For the second year in a row, we held a brief, informal ceremony on Veterans Day. It was to honor all those people who serve, have served, or will serve this great country in the military. It began at 11 a.m. on 11/11 to mirror the day that hostilities ceased and the beginning of the end of World War I, which went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month back in 1918. Now you know why Veterans Day is on November 11th. After I welcomed the 30 or so attendees, including several from our police department, our national anthem was sung by a longtime friend, Kathy McQuinn. It was followed by 5 attendees reading aloud each of the quotes below the 5 pillars of the memorial. But the center focus, of course, and the main part of the whole ceremony was an exceptional prayer, blessing, and stirring message that was delivered on behalf of the veterans by Reverend Robert Geschel, also known as Pastor Bob, from our very own Trinity Lutheran Church over on German Church Road. A spontaneous moment occurred at the closing moments. It was kind of neat. When I was slowly saying, "And may God bless America," well, at that moment, Kathy McQuinn picked it up in song, and most attendees chimed in, singing, of course, "God bless America, land that I love," and I'm sure you know the rest of the story and can picture it. It was a very special moment. Great American Bagel, located in County Line Square, which is only fitting probably that they be a sponsor and provide a complimentary lunch in Village Hall for the residents and staff in the boardroom of the Village Hall. That too was exceptional, and we are very grateful for their kind gesture and patriotic deed. Now, the village, as far as meetings around the village, last Saturday, of course, we had Chief John Madden, who addressed probably about 70 or 80 residents over at the Burr Ridge Police Department. We gave them an update on operations and strategies the police are using for the burglaries that occurred in the village. There was a board meeting on Monday night. Steve Stricker delivered the village's recommended tax levy presentation, followed by the Police Pension Board's request to increase the funding, and that was followed by the village rebuttal. I stand by my decision to want to appoint someone who better represents the taxpayers, not the unions. If for no other reason, we also need some balance on a board already dominated by union members. I'd also like to have someone who is thinking more about pension reform, not pension overfunding. The overfunding of a public pension, in my opinion, would be like overfeeding a tapeworm and expecting it to go on a diet. This happens to be one of my favorite subjects and one of the things I wanted to address as mayor. And I'm sorry if people disagree with me. I wish that I could agree with everybody, but I found out that in politics, that's just not possible. Clearly, I made some mistakes before and during the meeting, but it was during that that 2 things kind of jumped out at me. I need to do a better job, number 1, of following the golden rule, and that I should not confuse politics with passion. I'd like to thank the people who brought that to my attention. There was also a third one that I have to thank my wife for, and that is that sometimes things are better left unsaid. Well, in that spirit, that's enough said on that subject. On Saturday, there's the 7th annual Jingle Mingle is going to be all set from 4:30 to 7:30. Come out and join us as we welcome Santa to town to help light the village holiday tree on the village center green. There's also going to be a parade beginning at 6 p.m., tree lighting around 6:20 with stage entertainment. That'll be, and of course, plenty of children's activities. Also, last weekend, I also want to mention that the dozens of Burr Ridge residents attended the Indian American Medical Association of Illinois, otherwise known as the IAMA, their banquet last Saturday in Rolling Meadows, which included speeches, dinner, entertainment, and more, and it lasted for over 6 hours. The IAMA is one of the largest ethnic organizations in the United States, representing thousands of Illinois physicians of Indian origin, and I was joined there by Congressman Danny Davis, a Democrat from Chicago, our Illinois Republican Party Chairman, Tim Schneider, as well as a good friend of mine, Oak Brook Mayor Gopal Lamalani, and several other dignitaries. Thank you again for joining me for the Friday Wrap. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're able to join us in the Jingle Mingle, and that you have a blessed week.